You probably know those audiophiles who constantly buy new players, amplifiers, cables, and other equipment, always seeking better audio quality. Some even spend incredible amounts of money on tiny improvements in sound quality that you wouldn't notice unless you focused extremely carefully. I believe this unfortunate situation arises largely due to a lack of widespread scientific understanding of audio. Even 20 years ago, audio quality had already improved to the point that, up to the speakers, differences were barely detectable in blind tests. So, why have audiophiles continued to buy new gear? Simply put, they've been pursuing their preferred sound through unnecessarily expensive equipment, essentially using gear as costly effects units. From another perspective, thanks to advanced digital audio signal processing available for more than 10 years, achieving the same personalized sound without relying on physical equipment has been fully achievable. As a developer of music software, I created applications like the Music Studio series, a digital workstation for music creators about 30 years ago, and Frieve Audio M-Class about 20 years ago. Today, I'd like to introduce Frieve EffeTune, our latest music file player released in 2025, designed specifically for audiophiles to pursue their preferred sound through advanced digital signal processing. Using EffeTune is very straightforward. First, download the Windows app from the release page linked in the video description. You can choose between the portable version, which runs immediately without an installer, or the setup version, which uses an installer. Both versions are identical, so just pick your preferred method. Launch the app, then drag and drop your music file into the application window or select your music file via Open Music Files from the File menu to start playback. Up to this point, EffeTune is just a standard music player, but here's where things get interesting. On the left side, you'll find available effects, featuring over 30 types of professional-grade effects, commonly used in professional music production. You can easily apply these advanced audio effects by dragging and dropping them into the effect pipeline on the right. Once you've found a favorite combination of effects, you can save it with a custom name for easy recall later. Now, I'd like to introduce a few recommended effects for first-time EffeTune users, especially for those skeptical about processing audio, clearly demonstrating the practical benefits. First is RS Reverb. If you're listening on headphones or desktop speakers about 1 meter away, jazz or classical music often feels lacking in reverberation. Such music typically assumes listening in a spacious room about 3 meters away from the speakers at louder volumes. Therefore, it naturally sounds empty when listened to in environments lacking adequate reverberation. In these cases, feel free to add reverb until you reach a pleasant level of ambience. For beginners, simply adjusting the mix slider at the bottom to control the reverberation level is enough. Using digital reverb like this can literally save you thousands of dollars compared to buying acoustic panels or high-end headphones. Creating an acoustically ideal listening room would cost tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars, making mastering digital reverb essential for affordable ideal listening conditions. Next is the multiband compressor, which compresses audio individually across multiple frequency bands. If you like the distinctive compressed sound of FM radio, you'll appreciate this effect. Using this alone, you can give your entire library or streaming playlist that characteristic FM radio sound. Next is multiband saturation, a distortion effect recommended if you enjoy the rich, thick sound of vinyl records or tube amplifiers at higher volumes. The default settings are intense to clearly illustrate the effect, so beginners might prefer setting the mix controls for low, mid, and high frequencies to around 50%. Buying vinyl records, tube amps, or vintage equipment quickly consumes space and money. It's far more efficient and often better quality to achieve a similar sound digitally, which also provides greater flexibility. Next is the loudness equalizer, which boosts low frequencies at lower listening volumes to restore the original balance. Without this, listening at low volume can result in noticeably unbalanced, bass-deficient audio. Especially if you usually listen below 70 decibels, simply enabling this effect significantly improves your listening experience. Using it is easy. Just set the top slider to your usual listening level. Next is narrow range. Of course, wide range sound offers high fidelity, but if you're listening casually or for extended periods, excessive information can cause listener fatigue. In those cases, significantly reducing high frequencies is beneficial. Adjusting the LPF frequency parameter softens the sound, making it ideal for relaxed listening or before bedtime. Older audiophiles, in particular, often prefer mid-range focused sounds rather than clear digital audio. If you've experienced discomfort or insomnia from overly stimulating sound quality, give narrow range a try immediately. Additionally, reducing low frequencies that small speakers can't produce can enhance overall audio clarity. Next is the 5-band parametric equalizer. This probably needs no introduction. The human ear is extremely sensitive to frequency adjustments, and equalizers allow precise frequency control. EffeTune provides a 5-band equalizer, but you can add multiple instances to create a custom 10-band or even 15-band equalizer. EffeTune also supports independent equalizing for left and right channels, useful for acoustic corrections. Ignoring equalizers can lead to unnecessary spending on countless speakers or headphones. While speakers may vary in characteristics beyond frequency response, purchasing new cables solely for fractional decibel improvements is wasteful. Some claim audio processing degrades sound quality, but professional audio production has relied on these effects for over 2 decades, routinely using them during mastering. Even without additional processing, the music audiophiles enjoy has already been thoroughly processed with such effects. If the processed audio doesn't sound good, that's simply a matter of insufficient skill with the tools. As an example, the screen shows significantly boosted low frequencies, intentionally simulating resonance from vinyl record tone arm systems. Using a high Q value, resonance parameter around 7, causes a noticeable boost near the cutoff frequency, imitating tone arm resonances around 10 Hz that subtly enhance frequencies above 20 Hz. Some audiophiles prefer this lively resonance. Instead of investing heavily in analog gear, you can achieve this sound right away using an equalizer. Lastly, the brick wall limiter, often called a level maximizer, prevents digital distortion from excessive levels. After aggressive processing, audio can exceed 0 decibels, causing digital clipping and unpleasant distortion. If the level meter indicates an overload, insert the brick wall limiter at the end of your pipeline to automatically reduce peaks and avoid distortion. Finally, while we've demonstrated EffeTune using music files, it can also process audio from other players or streaming services. By using a virtual audio device like VB cable, you can route external audio into EffeTune for processing, enabling effortless pursuit of your ideal sound. Thank you very much for watching, and we hope you fully enjoy exploring your ideal audio quality efficiently with EffeTune.